Energia, energia, energia. Ha, jest! Kupuję kartę Miasto Zjadacz i macie po 2 punkty ujemne.
My to nazywamy mefedron, to taki nasz insight.
No ale że co mefedron?
No mefedron, że te zielone kostki, za które kupujesz karty.
Aha, dobre. Słuchajcie, a tak w ogóle to... Co to jest ten mefedron?
Zaraz zobaczysz. Częstuj się.
Okay, so Trzej Królowie. Forgive me for mispronunciating that. So there's a lot of camaraderie between friends in this, and I liked the how the relationships develop between these three characters. Also, that was interesting how they visually displayed the drug-induced spender with the use of slow motion. You see the progression of their high is very clear, and the performance choices. There's a comical tone overall, because of like the exaggerations of their highness in this piece, which aids in that. I like the progression where it shifts to panic and then chaos, especially once he pulls the gun. A lot of shifts in this piece from, like, for example, when he's taunting them with the gun and to when they're singing. Such a dramatic shift. All these dramatic shifts create the comedy of this piece.
This short was interesting. I started off just really curious as to where this was going to go. What was this guy going to pick up and why didn't he want to go himself? And so, you know, it had a lot of intrigue and mystery in the beginning for me. And when he came over, you know, then showing the other two guys and kind of developing their characters, I thought was great, the setup. And then I just kept waiting for sort of the other shoe to drop, like what's going to happen. And then as they ended up doing drugs together and it elevating, I wasn't sure why a priest was calling. I don't know if that's something cultural that happens. Couldn't figure that one out. And the overall theme with the guy, the God's will part of it, I don't know if he was just questioning his life. And, you know, in the beginning he had said that it was too late for the guy to go later to get the drugs. So there was something really important for him in having it done in that day or that moment. So I'm not really sure what that was, but I did like the overall, just watching everything develop as it went along and how things got out of control. Glad it didn't result in a really bad ending with somebody getting shot, but the priest coming in, and I think it was just maybe the guy being paranoid as far as the God's will thing. But anyway, it was a fun ride and it was intriguing and the acting was good, the directing, the editing, the location, the tone was set really well by the placement of scenes and the lighting. And I just thought it was a great ride, so good luck.
This film breaks down the world of drugs, the world of dealing, and the consequences that can potentially follow. You see all of these different types of drugs that each individual is consuming, and as they have their consumption, things intensify and the drama unfolds. And so you really get to see these moments of these characters having these aggressive, violent moments, and you get to see sort of the downfall, the almost of, you know, avoid drugs because drugs aren't good and don't bring good people. That's sort of the vibe that I get from this film, is sort of bringing an awareness to these situations of the misuse of drugs and how it could be dangerous. It's sort of that PSA vibe that I tend to grab within this film, to which I will also say that it really builds up this intensity on the war on drugs.
I thought this short film really captures the viewing experience. The color grading really sticks out the most to the viewing as the colors switch throughout the film, creating an eerie feeling within the audience. I enjoyed the concept of how the drugs can take a dark turn, and from what it seems, the story really seems to highlight this theme of hallucinations and paranoia. And I thought that this was a fun way of utilizing the overall theme of drugs and putting a stamp on the consequences of drugs, say that.